Ever dream of sitting at the table with pros and scooping up the pot like you've been playing forever? Or maybe you just want to try poker for fun, but don't know where to start, which format to choose, how the rules work, and most importantly, how do you start winning instead of just clicking buttons for fun? Today, I'll show you how to dive into the world of poker quickly and safely. Even if you know nothing yet, by the end of this video, you'll be ready to sit at a virtual table with confidence and not look like a complete beginner. Well, poker is not just about luck, it's about strategy, psychology, and making decisions. Today, I'll show you how to dive into poker and take your first steps toward becoming a real player. Ready? Let's get started. You've probably heard someone say, poker's all about luck. If you're lucky, you win. If not, you lose. Well, let's be honest. Yes, luck exists in poker, but only in the short term. Pro players don't even use the word luck. They call it variance, statistical variance. It's probability. It swings wildly in the short run, but over time it always averages out. Winning in poker isn't about getting lucky flops. It's about making consistent, strategic decisions that stack the odds in your favor. Poker is about odds, about strategy, about making decisions, not relying on miracles. Once you stop seeing poker as a lottery, you're already a step closer to becoming a real player. Now that you know poker is about math and strategy, it's time to pick the right format. There are plenty of options, and I'll walk you through the most popular and beginner-friendly ones. First, there are different types of poker. Texas Hold'em, the most popular poker game where you get 2 private cards and 5 community cards that everyone can use. Omaha is similar to Texas Hold'em, but with 4 or more hole cards. The more cards you have, the more possibilities, which makes it fun but also trickier. And the rising trend. Omaha with 6 cards, PLO 6. And here's something important. The more cards you get, the higher the variance. Take PLO 5. At first glance, it looks like a lottery. But trust me, that's only if you don't understand the game yet. Once you do, it's just as readable as Texas. Now let's talk about game formats. Cash games. Heads up. 1 versus 1. For aggressive players who love mental battles. 6 max. Most popular, more dynamics, more action, good balance. 9 max, calmer and more methodical, perfect for beginners. Fast tables, rush, zoom, new hand immediately after folding, fast and fun. Tournaments, sit and go. 1 table tourneys that start as soon as players register. Quick and convenient. MTT, multi-table tournaments, large events with hundreds or thousands of players, long format with potentially life-changing prizes. Spin and go, either 2 to 9 player turbo tournaments with randomized prize pools, fast, fun, full of adrenaline. As you can see, poker is incredibly diverse. Your job now is to find the format that fits your personality and lifestyle. I recommend starting with something simple, Texas Hold'em or PLO 4, 6 max or sit and go, and then explore from there. Let's quickly cover how poker actually works, using Texas Hold'em as the most common example. Each player gets 2 private cards, your hand. Then come the community cards dealt in 3 stages. First 3 cards, the flop. Then 1 card, the turn. And finally, the river. Your goal is to make the best 5-card hand using your 2 whole cards and the 5 on the table. Whoever has the strongest hand or forces everyone else to fold wins the pot. There are 4 main actions in poker. Fold, drop your hand, and exit the pot. Check. Pass the action without betting. Call. Match someone else's bet. Raise. Increase the bet size. At first it might seem like a lot, but trust me, after just a few games, it all starts making sense. Just jump in and you'll get the hang of it fast. Now let's talk about what separates a beginner from a confident player. There are 3 core concepts. Position at the table, betting, and bluffing. Just a heads up, we'll cover each of these in detail in upcoming videos. So for now, I'll give you a solid foundation. Positions. Position means where you sit at the table relative to the dealer. The later you act in the hand, the more information you get about your opponent's action. So remember this simple rule. Early position, play tight. Late position, you can open up and play more aggressively. Betting, bet sizing. Your bet size depends on your hand strength. If you've got a strong hand, bet big to build the pot. If you're unsure, keep it small. The idea is to control the pace and maximize your winnings when you're strong, while minimizing losses when you're weak. There's a simple rule to guide your thinking. Big pots are for big hands, small pot for small hands. Bluffing. Bluffing means betting or raising without a strong hand, trying to convince your opponents to fold. But here's the catch. If you bluff too often, you become predictable and easy to trap. If you're just starting out and playing low stakes, don't try to pull off hero bluffs for your whole stack. Instead, bluff 1 or 2 streets, targeting weak spots in your opponent's line. We'll talk talk about this in much more detail in upcoming videos. Learn these 3 concepts and you'll already be ahead of most beginners. Position, smart betting, and disciplined bluffing. Those are your core tools at the poker table. Let's talk about one of the most important foundations for success in poker: bankroll management. Your bankroll is the money you've specifically set aside for poker. And here's one rule every beginner must memorize: never, and I mean never, play with money you can't afford to lose. Poker should bring you joy and experience, not financial stress. There are 2 basic approaches to managing your bankroll. Aggressive: you play with 10 to 20 buy-ins for your current limit. A buy-in is the amount you need to sit at a cash table or enter a tournament. This method can help you move up quickly, but it comes with high risk. Conservative: you keep 50 plus buy-ins in your bankroll. This is much safer, especially for new players. You progress steadily, play with less pressure, and reduce your chances of going broke. If your bankroll drops below the recommended number of buy-ins, drop down in stakes immediately. Failing to follow bankroll management has ruined more poker dreams than bad beats ever have. Smart bankroll management isn't just numbers, it's your stability and your confidence at the table. Respect your bankroll from day one, and it'll pay off in the long run. Let's now talk about something that often separates winning players from losing ones: mindset and emotional control. Poker is a game where your emotions can either help you or completely destroy your play. You've probably heard the word tilt. Tilt is what happens when emotion takes over and you start playing badly, chasing losses and spiraling. It's one of the biggest reasons people lose their entire bankroll. To succeed, you need to manage your emotions. Feel the heat rising, step away, breathe, go for a walk, and recenter. And by the way, we can dive deeper into the different types of tilt and how to deal with them in upcoming videos, so if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the next ones. Controlling your emotions is one of the most powerful skills in poker. Start practicing it today and you'll see your results improve faster than ever. Alright, you've now got a solid foundation. The only question left is, where do you actually start playing? As you've probably noticed, I'm wearing a Suprema poker shirt. Suprema is the platform that helps us bring you this content for free and supports our whole educational project. I recommend starting with a safe, beginner-friendly platform where you can practice and grow. That's where Suprema Poker comes in. You'll find the app name in the description. Check it out. See if it suits your style. It just might be the perfect place to start your poker journey. And remember, only play with money you're comfortable losing. Keep it fun. Keep it smart. Oh, and we've got a Telegram community too, where you'll find news, giveaways, hand breakdowns, and a friendly poker atmosphere there. Links in the description. Come join us if you want to grow alongside players like you. Thanks for watching to the end. If this helped, you can also help us. Like, subscribe, and don't miss what's coming next. See you at the tables.